Hello students, welcome back to mathematics class. Hope you all will be doing good. Today we are going to start our next lesson, lesson number 7, joint bar graph. For this lesson you have to be with your uh, graph notebook. I I hope everybody is having that, and you should open with your textbook page number 51. Let's start. Students, mathematics have different branches like algebra, geometry, trigonometry, statistics, etc. And statistics is the study of the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data. That means statistics is more about how we handle various data in a very easy and understandable way. And joint bar graph comes under this. Every day we come across a wide variety of information in the form of facts, numerical, tables, figures, graphs, etc. These are provided by newspapers, televisions, magazines, and other means of communication. These facts or figures which are numerical are called data. For example, temperature of cities, marks of the students, polling results, etc. That means the information which is given in the numbers are called as a data. For example, students' data can be represented in two forms, namely in tabular form and in graphical form. So, presentation of data can be done in two ways, that is tabular in the table and visual presentation. In visual presentation again comes graphs and various diagrams. If you remember in your previous classes, you have been presented data in the form of bar graph and pictograph. There are many ways to present data. For example, tabular, as I said, in the form of table, and graphical form. The most commonly used way of representing data is of graphical form. A picture is worth 1,000 words. It means our mind remembers data easily in the picture form. So, graphical form makes it easier to understand graphs, tells something with visuals rather than in words or numbers. There are numerous graphing options are available when it comes to presenting data like pictograph, pie chart, different types of graphs, histograms, etc. Students, have you seen bar graph? If you remember, right, you have studied it in your previous class. We come across various examples of the bar graph in our day-to-day life. Nowadays, you all are watching the IPL league, right? In that match, in that you can see different types of graphs are shown. For example, average T20 scoring of a team. See here, it is given in the graphical form where you can see the on x-axis there are number of overs, that is 20, and runs per over. The runs obtained in each over as well the wickets taken. This type of graphs is easily understood by everyone without any prior knowledge, and it saves the time. You can see where in which over the wickets are fall, or which over in which over the runs are more, etc. Bar graph you already studied in your previous class. Let's revise about it. Bar graph display data so that it can be easily understand. Graphs are used for comparative study of given data. We can do the studies by observing the graph. The bars can be drawn horizontally or vertically as per our necessity. There must be equal spacing between the bars. You can see the blue bars are there and the spacing in between that blue bars are equal. There must be equal spacing between two bars. The height of the bar is proportional to the data they represent. Means the data which is given in the tabular form, the height of each bar should be same. All bars must share a common base. It should be start from a common base. Now here you can see one more bar graph which is showing the favorite color of students. A bar graph must have some important points that should be always remembered. Like graph is always have two axes. Here you can see x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis, you can see x-axis and y-axis. The horizontal axis is x-axis while the vertical axis is y-axis, and there should be always title given to the graph so that one can understand the subject. Like here, students' favorite colors. This is the title of this graph. Now labels on x-axis and y-axis should be there. On x-axis what is shown? Colors. So label of x-axis is colors and label of y-axis is number of students. And when you are taking a scale, always remember it should be on equal intervals. Here you can see 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That means the difference is of 2. So in proportion it is taken. The height of the bar is proportional to the data they represent. There must be equal spacing between the bars and they must share a common base as we read earlier. These points should be always remembered when you are plotting a graph. You already plotted bar graph in your previous class. Now let's see one example which is given in your textbook, page number 51. Observe the two bar graphs below which show the wheat production in quintals in Ajay's and Vijay's farm. Now look in these both graphs. Both are showing same labels on x-axis and y-axis. X-axis is showing the year of production and y-axis is showing the production in quintals. So we can show the information from both graphs in a single graph. It will make easy comparison between two. Such graphs are called joint bar graph. That means two graphs can be plotted in a single graph. Let's see how. So what is joint bar graph? A joint bar graph is a set of bar graphs showing different sets of information but joined to each other. Two bars represent different parts of the data. For example, here you can see the blue one shade showing the quarterly marks of the students and the red bar is showing the half yearly marks of the students. So two different types of information are given. Now again come to the example of Ajay and Vijay. Here one question, some questions are given. Observe the graph shown alongside and answer the following questions. That means here we are interpreting the data. First is, in which year did they both produce equal quantities of wheat. Now observe the graph. Here two types of bars you can see in the graph. The dark one is of Ajay's production and the lighter one is the Vijay's production, and the x and y axis same as earlier, that is x is representing year and y axis is representing the production in quintals. So what is first question? In which year did they both produce equal quantities of wheat? So equal, that means same. So observe the graph and find out where you can see both the bars are in same height. So it is you can see here in 2011. So you can write the answer. In 2011 both produced equal quantities of wheat. Okay students, you have to write these answers in your notebook. In your in your graph book, on the graph page you will plot this graph, and on the writing page you will write this question. Again, write the questions neatly and write the answers also. So the first answer is in the year 2011. Now second question is, in year 2014 who produced more wheat? Where is 2014? Yes, the last one. The 2014 who produced more? Which bar is showing more? One is showing the 40 quintals. Whose production it is? Vijay. And one is showing 45 quintals, that is Ajay's production. So naturally Ajay produced more wheat in 2014. This is the answer for the second. The third one is, in year 2013 how much wheat did Ajay and Vijay each produced? So let's come to the 2013. In 2013 Ajay produced how much? 40 quintals, and in 2013 Vijay produced 30 quintals. So answer is, in 2013 Ajay's production was 40 quintal and Vijay's production was 30 quintals. So write down these answers in your notebook. Next is reading a joint bar graph. So minimum and maximum temperature in Pune for 5 days is given. Read the joint graph and answer the questions below. So from the previous graph we can easily do the comparison. That means which is little bit hard when we are considering these two different graphs. It is hard to interpret, means we have to look differently in two graphs, while when we are observing this bar graph it is easy for us to interpret the data. So now look the next example, reading a joint bar graph. In this, the temperature of the Pune city is given for the 5 days and we have to answer the given questions. First is, what data is shown on x-axis? Observe the graph. Answer is very simple. On x-axis, what is shown? On x-axis, the 5 days of a week are shown, right? What data is shown on y-axis? Temperature in the city is shown on the y-axis. Students, you also have to write this in your notebook. So please pay attention. Which day had the highest temperature? Now see the graphs. Again, maximum temperature is the lighter one and minimum temperature is the darker one. So on which day is the highest temperature. Let's see which one is showing the highest. I think Monday, right? It is on Monday, it is 31 degree. So write down the answer. Monday is showing the highest temperature 31 degrees Celsius. Next is, on which day is the minimum temperature the highest? Means the temperature should be minimum, and in minimum which one is the highest? Now again observe the graph. Find out the longest dark or highest dark colored bar, which is on Wednesday, that is 20 degree centigrade. So your answer is Wednesday is showing minimum temperature the highest, and how much it is? 20 degree Celsius. Next question is, on Thursday what is on Thursday what is the difference between the minimum and maximum temperature? Where is Thursday? Yes, the maximum temperature is 29.5 degrees and minimum temperature is 15 degrees. Okay, so on Thursday the maximum is 29.5 and minimum is 15 degree. Hence we have to find out the difference. 29.5 minus 15 will gives you 14.5 degree centigrade. So what is the difference? 14.5 degree. Next question is, on which day is the difference between the minimum and maximum temperature the greatest? So let's again see the graph. You have to find out the difference between the maximum and minimum temperature should be more on that day. So let's see, on Monday you can see the difference is 31 degree and it is near about 19.5 degrees. Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. So you can observe here, on Thursday the difference between two bar graphs, that is like maximum temperature and minimum temperature, is more. So answer for your last question is, on which day is the difference between the minimum and maximum temperature the greatest? Is the Thursday. Write down the answer. On Thursday the difference between the minimum and maximum temperature the greatest. Okay students, so write down all these answers in your graph book, complete it. So students, today we learn about the bar graph and reading of joint bar graph and some important points while drawing the graph. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.